Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Space 2. I'm sorry there wasn't an extra episode earlier in the weekend. I got caught up in stuff, and when I say stuff, I mostly mean watching EVO. I was not expecting to be into it. I don't really play fighting games, but I bought Tekken 7, I guess is the end of that story. Tells you a lot about how things went. So, we have a lot of stuff going on. We have Cravers that I am concerned about up here. We have Riftborn that I am concerned about down here. And also the Unfallen are yelling at us. They have some strong feelings about my ships being all up in their stuff. I am actually going to accept this. We only have one ship in their area, and frankly, this guy's in kind of an awkward position. He's not really helping us very much here. So we're going to, at the same time, make them a little bit happier and teleport our scout ship home. I accept. Where did it teleport to? Yeah, that was good. That was a good move. I feel alright about that. So, we still have this quest. We have to search the quest curiosities on Camos and Dobrynia, and our hero actually is level 5 now, I believe. Where is he? Yeah, so maybe I want to reassign him to this fleet real quick? Because I would love to get these guys converted. So let's have him go to Camos first. And then we'll have to send some other ships to Dobrynia to make sure that it's going to be safe for him to actually do the search. I certainly don't want to get there and find pirates. What else do we have going on? It's been a couple of days. We have the Horatio vessel is in flight. It's headed in the right direction. The foreign contaminant quest search curiosities on Nuln 2 is a thing we'll get to. That's not going to go anywhere. And here we're trying to reach 93 KE, which we are working on. We're getting close to. If the Cravers show up again, probably make some good headway on that. Alright, what else needs to be done this turn? The Behemoth has not taken any actions. We could probably afford to move it down to Dobrynia to help us fight. It's not like a super great combat vessel, but it's certainly going to be enough to fight a single pirate ship, which is usually the most you're going to get out of something like this. And we can set down a mining drone on one of the high industry orange and red planets that we can see here. That seems reasonable. Everybody else has orders or is simply out of movement. Let's get in defense mode here. Okay, let's continue. Actually, before we continue... Alright, at some point we're going to have to spend 10 KE here, but let's try to get to 93 and move our faction quest forward before we do so. I'm really interested, I really want to dig into these behemoths. They seem to be maybe a bigger deal than I thought they were going to be. I kind of thought that they were probably not going to be... Hey, now, that's a lot of ships. Let's ask them to leave. Can I do that yet? I can't.
You're not one.
Please leave? Please?
What is your objective?
Okay, they're not turning around. So... minus 2 KE for 10 turns. Holy crap. Well, we cannot cover that up, so we're going to denounce them. That is a harsh penalty. The KE system is a powerful thing. It's a powerful, positive thing, but it also really limits your ability to react the way you would like in certain situations. Okay, so we may have to reverse the Navy a little bit. We have a Hawk here. We're definitely going to start moving this Hawk toward Bonnie. Okay, I'm going to turn around all of these ships. I'm going to leave the 3 Hawks here in guard mode. But we're going to turn the rest of this stuff around. Hopefully they won't attack us, but I think that's exactly what they're planning to do. Oh yeah, what I was saying is, the behemoths, I thought they probably wouldn't be that big of a deal because, you know, large ships are theoretically impressive when you look at their stats, but they show up so late in the game, and, you know, and they have such limited application that in a lot of games, I don't even build a large ship, right? I thought the behemoths would be kind of in that place, but it seems like with all the options they have, the fact that they can buff your economy, they can give all kinds of aura buffs to your stuff, and the fact that there's a bunch of techs for them that are available much, much earlier than the other, than the large ship techs, we do actually need to get into here. Man, basic node analyzer seems cool. The stellar node study thing is cool, lowering the cost of technologies for hovering around various special nodes. So you need to figure out which nodes you're going to need because each type lowers the cost of a different class of tech. There's some really, really cool stuff going on here. We're going to be engaging very heavily with the Behemoth system over the next few games, I imagine. I mean, finish interspecies HR. I really want that culture center. But then maybe we want to get Behemoth blueprints, because we actually already could build another one, right? And then we could figure out a good specialization. So there's the Citadel. There's a Juggernaut or something, right? Yeah, Juggernaut blueprints. What is this? Okay, just extra health and stuff. What's over here for you? The Obliterator blueprints. The purpose is to create a giant weapons platform for system-destroying missiles? It means it doesn't mean systems, right? It means like modules? -5 turns to fire on Obliterator. It means systems. You can destroy a whole system? What is that? How does that work? After you destroy a system, is your behemoth just floating in free space and you have to route it to a route? Or route it to a node, or... We had to try to build this, right? We have to see that. Okay, we're on a path here. We're going somewhere, we'll get there. Do I still want to be doing this? Apparently, our fiscal solvency is completely reliant on species stability, so let's not mess with that. And yeah, I think I still want to be running this. We still don't have a law that improves our KE straight up, and I don't want to trade industry for a bonus. These 20% bonuses are just not large enough to be worthwhile for us. We're getting so little KE per battle in most cases. It's going to be a fraction of a point every couple of turns. Alright, let's keep pushing on. Hopefully if Blue does intend to declare war on us, they wait a little while before they do it. Oh, next he show observance, Blood Ritual. Converts one population into 5k. Okay, that's actually maybe very good. Hold on. So somebody pointed out to me that I should really be looking at the laws, because we already know that many laws will have to be changed for the Hisho because we have no approval system. So yeah, that's true. We should actually look at these. Peace and Prayer Act. Okay, so the law that usually sets your approval to happy or content, depending on your government type, isn't even replaced with anything, it's just gone. So let's actually look at the rest of these. Okay, that's pretty similar. In fact, that's exactly what that always does. Spoils of war, all this stuff is the same. Notice that the law that gives you approval for owning homeworlds also just completely gone, not even replaced with anything. These look the same. Yeah, these are the same. These are the same. Yeah, it seems like in most cases, the laws that only affect approval have just been removed completely rather than being reworked into something else. +1 science on populations. That's interesting. And here... Yeah, okay. No big changes, really. So most of the weird stuff we've already seen. So we could remain religious, and I think we probably should, because we're very stuck on the Species Stability Act, but also we actually do care about levels a whole lot right now. Yeah, let's just stay religious. Maybe our people won't like it, but you know what? They can go suck an egg, because that's how it is in this government. They can go suck an egg is not as okay of a phrase to use when referring to a person who is a bird.
Do not be shocked. Our fate requires
boy, do I need another problem right now? Oh, never mind. They canceled the exchange. They would like to withdraw their request that we not attack them. Well, they have a scout ship coming in here. I'm not necessarily going to attack that. Hold up, let's go talk to the Cravers. So the war momentum's pretty far in our favor. Just kind of curious. Okay. If we could have gotten the Cravers to tap out, I would have taken just a neutral peace with them. A neutral truce, rather. Because we might have other problems. So it looks like they're spreading out, so maybe... I think what's really happening here is just that troops moving from Placidus to Gano, or vice versa, are routing through Bonnie because it's very convenient to do so. It might not be that they actually want to attack us. They might want to fight pirates. I'm going to have this ship just go to here. Actually, all of these ships that were headed to Bonnie are now headed to Dobrynia instead. Let's just wipe out this pirate base. And that way we're down here by Bonnie in case we need to be. You guys can be in defense mode and prevent us from getting leeched anymore. It would be really cool if we could convert Hadar. And hope the Riftborn don't buy them out soon. I'm a little worried that as soon as we start making progress on this quest, that'll be exactly what happens. In theory, there's no way for them to know that we're making progress on this quest, but we've definitely seen the AI respond to things they can't have known in the past. This event... Wow. The Hisho version of this really is a very easy choice. Yeah, I can take -5 influence on some systems for a while. I'll be okay. Okay, so we just search one more curiosity. It's going to be 4 turns, unfortunately. And then we are all good. Celis needs to... Do I want to do this? Probably not. We probably need to keep growing. Any place where we're not full on approval, or full on population, we should just continue to grow. And we're growing pretty quickly here. Loyal and devoted. I mean, we're going to be loyal and devoted pretty much all the time. Ah, that's not true. I have to spend sometimes. But it's not that hard to stay loyal, at least. Well, let's turn on the spin project on both of our worlds. That's just guaranteed influence. We can worry about whether it's appropriate to construct the museums later. And Bonnie needs this cultural center really badly. We're going to have to figure something out for that, because 29 turns obviously is unacceptable. And every place else is building. We do need more food. Our population's growing, honestly, not slowly. It's growing. But it would be better if it was growing faster. So if I attack these guys, I think I'm going to pass. I think I'm going to pass on that attack. We're going to let them through. Alright, so how close are we to the Pacific conversion tech? Because I actually would like to, yeah, cultural flexibility. I would really like to have that available. Turns out we only need 2 more techs, so I'm going to grab that. Citadel blueprints, that seems interesting. 12 turns, huh? And then, like, maybe just a basic medium ship design, which will also give us the flexible behemoths effect. Sets the module multiplier to 4x on behemoths. It's currently 2x, right? So that seems pretty alright. So yeah, you guys just chill. Don't do anything crazy. Our situation is not deteriorating, but currently tenuous, I would say. We probably want to build a couple more ships so that we can have a functional fleet on this side of our empire and a functional fleet over here.
No, we aren't to be trusted.
Okay. I mean, if you want to turn on me, I'm not going to say I don't understand, but I am going to say there are going to be some consequences.
Our fate.
Okay, you guys are also feeling sneaky. I'm not in love with all of the sneakiness and the violence and the hatred. I will say, though, that the AI does seem to be a little bit more aggressive, maybe? This is an unusually aggressive group of things that is happening, and that's good. The AI has definitely been too gentle in previous games. I think we're not going to attack them, but we're going to be here, ready to fight. We really just need more bodies. And then the ground assault, hopefully, will be good for our KE. We haven't had a real ground assault yet, so I have no idea what we're looking at in terms of gains there. Because once all the rest of these ships arrive, we will outnumber the pirates, even though the Behemoth can't contribute anything. Okay, I brought the Horatio vessel to one of my systems. 60 extra influence, not a big deal, but the 5k I'm ecstatic about. The Horatio seem pleased with their new homes. As you watch them wander around, hanging up artwork and woven decorations brought from their previous homes, you ruminate that there is more than one route to finding satisfaction in life. All of that artwork and woven decoration depicts Horatio, right? It has to be. It's like Velvet Elvis paintings of Horatio. You did what? Okay. Yelling. It's time for yelling.
I wonder, what is the appropriate greeting in these circumstances?
It's groveling. You should grovel now.
No, we aren't to be trusted.
They said no, we aren't to be trusted, but they did the thing I asked. That's not really... I guess that's just the generic I'm in the sneaky mood line. But they did it. They removed our, they removed their things, and they reduced their influence pressure on us, so we're going to take Gano over even more quickly. They're having a tough go of things over on this side of the galaxy, but couldn't have happened to a nicer bunch of terror bots. Alright, this Horatio vessel can come down here to Nalin, and we can get that quest done. And it looks like the Cravers are going to be a little bit slow to react. They may just have other problems, right? The Cravers often get themselves into an awful lot of conflicts very quickly. So I'm hoping that that's what has happened here. They're just finding themselves overwhelmed. Okay. So this is kind of an awkward group of ships. Let's merge you guys together so I can give you simultaneous orders at least. Alright, there we go. 8 hours is ours, and that's another 5k, so good stuff. The expedition did well, although cautious at first. The Pilgrims cultists soon believed they held the remains of ancient kin. In turn, this bolstered their political standing, and they soon came to power. Assimilation into your empire followed. So 100 dust is actually kind of a lot of dust for us, given our rate of dust production. And that is going to push us over for our faction quest, and we've gained another assimilation trait. So we have Space Dietitians, which is awesome, and Anomalous Science, which is fine. Also, I didn't realize our colonization threshold's extremely low. Okay, that's a thing we're going to have to look to dealing with. Also 30 Hyperion. Who wouldn't be excited? We have a couple more ships that we're waiting on. You guys should come down here too. I want to just have the maximum amount of manpower for blowing this pirate base up. And we have some minor civilization remains. The first of these weird relics that we've gotten to see. Let's check it out. Let's build some basic industry and then check it out. We should probably do that. Is that the place that we need to do it in? Zubin's already level 2. Is Gemini? Gemini is not. Let's queue that up for after the infrastructure. And then also this. Wow, we have very poor industry output. Holy crap. It's going to take 5 turns to do that. Maybe that can wait. We have other stuff that needs doing. Boy. I'll tell you what we need. A whole lot more dust so that we can afford to ignore industry and just buy everything out. Also additional heroes. Additional heroes would not be bad. Well, given that we need more dust, that seems like a pretty reasonable thing to build. We discovered some benthic gems, or we discovered the benthic gems resource. I assume the Pilgrims, yeah, are into benthic gems. Well, you can get your own. We're busy. So you guys are just going to let them through again. Here we should probably engage with this pirate, right? Not really a lot of sense in just letting him hover here. Then again, I'm going to let the rest of our ships show up. We should take as little damage as possible here. So we can send out some more probes if we're just going to be hanging. No sense in not getting vision. Although, honestly, we don't really have that many places left to probe. Alright, so movement on our faction quest, and also let us be rid of these pirates. It is hard to be a role model. Putting the Empire and honor before everything means that little remains for oneself. But if I was not ready to accept that, I would never have lifted a sword. So we've got our Gouge, our support module, that is better than our basic probe module. Even more Ks, we've actually capped. We should spend some of it... Hold on, we should do nothing before we accept the next part of our quest. Temperatures and temperaments both rising. The hot season boils. Conflict presses us on every side. Those who revere the endless fight with those who revile them. Those who seek new ways and new ideas scorn those who cleave to our traditions and worship Tonatsi. Pirates and aliens block our star lanes, warriors yell for new and better weapons, while teachers moan over the distractions and seductions of the new galactic ways. Our society has become a boiling pot with its lid welded shut, and something is going to give. But it will not be me. It is not I who will break and forget my way. On the new colonies and among the new crews, the tales of the Blood Sisters are spreading, and I have convinced many exasperated instructors the value of ancient rites and disciplines to control modern students. Twice now, enemies have tried to kill me, but they should know better than to send assassins against one who has studied the old ways as I have. They fight me now with propaganda, insisting that those who look only to the past can never wield the weapons of the future. But there are highly placed government officials who adhere to my ideals, and they are willing to give me a behemoth to prove my point. That's a lot of trust. Blessed be Tonatsi, god of the sun. Glory to Iolo Blackgear. Blackgeir, maybe? Blackgeir, emperor of the Hisho Bakufu. I don't know. It is in the hottest fires that the sharpest blades are forged. As the hot season boils, so does my blood, and so shall my enemies. So we could win 3 battles with fleets that include a behemoth, to get civilian emergency centers, which are acceptable defensive buildings. Being able to deploy more manpower in defensive battles is pretty good. Or we could seek power, produce 4 strategic resources per turn with the behemoth for a duration of 10 turns. That sounds hard to do. That'd have to be a heck of a mining probe. And we'll get this, the Koyamachi Academy. A non-unique system improvement that generates a huge amount of influence. I mean, I kind of want to go this way. We're already sort of playing religious Hisho. This is probably not that hard to do, but I think this will be easier than the power quest, but the reward here is not as valuable. Yeah, we're going this way. So this might be something we have to work on for a while. The Hisho need to see that defending is more than just taking trophies from enemies. Strength also comes from economic power and control. Alright, and then we have combat going on here, so... the ship has attacked us. I mean, this should be a pretty easy victory, right? We're all bullet ships, and it's an energy weapon ship. We have energy defenses. Some of us. This should be very easy. We don't need to watch this. This is going to be a complete rout. Oh, you know what? I should, before we do any more fighting, I should spend some KE. So he's going to stay on ships. Shield penetration, I guess, is valuable. We don't really have a lot of good stuff for the fleet at this point. So, one way we can spend some KE is by doing this. Right now it's only 15. Alright, so that'll drop us to 85, which keeps us at Devoted, just barely. I think that was a pretty safe build there. And And then this planet has a ton of food. And it shouldn't take us that long to get basic industry stuff going either. That's just a really, really good system. Or, I suppose, a really, really good planet, particularly. So let's drop the Peregrine from this fleet. We'll grab this Kestrel and this Hawk, and then just one other warship. You. Okay. Let's have at the pirates here, the other pirate vessel, and then we're invading. Okay, point 3. Can we not... My fleet has insufficient manpower. Oh, I can't start the invasion with the behemoth selected. So yeah, we're seeing 500 manpower in the first round, but we definitely have more than 500 manpower present. We can drop into the troop breakdown real quick, just buff up our infantry a little bit. We can afford to do this. No, I can't. I can afford the strategic resources, but not the dust. What a weird situation. We need to get access to the marketplace. I have all kinds of stuff to sell. Can I throw galactic commodities? Yeah, okay. It's only a couple of turns. We're really hampered by the very small amount of dust we have, and there's no reason for us to be. Let's engage. Okay, so this system has changed a little bit. Civilian population and system improvements are somewhat likely to be destroyed. Of course, there are no civilian population or system improvements here fighting these pirates. Cannot have bombardment. Okay, we have very basic stuff. So preemptive bombing is still the same, guerrilla is still the same, and blitz is still the same, it looks like. In this situation, I probably just want to blitz. We have 40 manpower that won't be available for the battle if we go guerrilla, and I really want to just get this over with. We have plenty of manpower actually in our empire. We can refill the fleet quickly. I just want to get these guys down as fast as possible because we have other stuff to do. Also, we may as well watch this battle, right? We haven't gotten to see a ground battle under the new system yet. Let's see how different the presentation is. Not a very large ground battle. Basically just 10 guys in a field. This is like some Revolutionary War stuff. Huh. It seems like they got to fire first rather than us going at it simultaneously. Which is strange. I don't know if that was actually like what was happening in the math. In any case, we won, we will continue winning. We don't get any KE until the thing is actually over. Yeah, that's under control. You know what's not under control? All these cravers coming in with a medium. Okay. Well, Gemini's a lot better defended than it once was. Just in terms of like raw defensive manpower. But we might need to do something. Can't build any defensive structures or anything. We might need to just start building ships. We're gonna have a hard time defeating that medium. You know what? I need to pull our medium ships up ahead of that. Applied cryogenics is really important for us at this moment, I think. So this fleet should bail, or should disband, or something. I think I'm just going to have them run. We are going to get totally wrecked in this battle, and we can't use retreat once the battle starts, because we'll lose a ton of KE from it. So I guess this is what we're doing. Let's go ahead and buff up Gemini now. So we can certainly afford to do that. Yeah, this is bad. I would really have loved to have gotten out of this war before stuff kicked off here. We have so many other things happening, I can't really devote anything to this. Not even attention, really. Alright, so this is just going to go how it's going to go. We're probably going to have to do like 2 more rounds, I'm guessing? Yeah, we're winning. Okay, that has ended. That's a shame. We were using that dust. 10% dust and influence really isn't that good here. I think we take Forgotten Science. What looked like a huge asteroid approaching one of your system's stars turned out to be a fragment of an ancient planet that burst ages ago. What makes it different are the remains of strange alien structures on it. What will you do before the planetary fragment flames into the sun? Well, I guess we'll try to get in there and gather as much information as we can. Oh, they still haven't made it so that these tell you what technology they gave you. Let's pop over to the menu real quick. What didn't we have? We had you. We had you. Something in this tier. Yeah, we hadn't picked up PEV scale accelerators, had we? So I think this is what it gave us. Okay. That's fine. Not great, but it's fine. Alright, even more food and industry for Bonnie. Unfortunately, it is nowhere near its usefulness cap on those things. The Horatio can give us a quick search of these quest curiosities. $30 Hyperium and 50 influence, and of course, we got a free ship and 5 more K. We're doing really well on K now. And I'm just going to take both of these ships over to here. That's the plan. Because we are potentially going to be in trouble on this side as well. Man, am I actually going to get attacked from 3 directions simultaneously? That would be a pretty good play from the AI. So we have this available, and we should not forget it. The Order of the Red Blade may allow us to win a battle that we might otherwise lose, but for the moment, I don't think we're anywhere near being able to win this very important battle. Also, there's a pirate ship headed to my home system. Well, we'll show him who's boss. So what do you think? Let's get in here and take a quick look. The Cravers are not actually at war with anybody else. I guess that makes sense. They are not currently bordering against any of these other people. They're not interested in a truce, even though our war pressure on them is considerable. And if I let them win a battle or something, that war pressure is going to turn around pretty harshly. What if we gave you 60 titanium? For real, I want this war to be over. How about, in addition, 60 of this? Okay. Yeah, I'm just really not in a position right now to, to lose Gemini. Or to defend Gemini.
No, we still despise you.
Yeah, that's mutual. We both feel that way. Alright, so this one needs to finish happening. Unfortunately, all of these things are counted as idle. You guys need to stay where you are. This Peregrine should probably get me some more intel on Craver space. Obviously, we're going to have to deal with the Cravers eventually. This truce is not going to hold. But it might give us time to build up and get our own medium ships online or something. Alright, can we please get this stupid pirate ground battle over with? So at this point we can go preemptive bombing without losing any troops from the battle. We'll watch that. Let's see if that animation has been made any cooler. So the preemptive bombing damage happens before the actual shooting. We should see, hopefully, a little bit of a wipeout here. Didn't actually kill any of their figures. Oh, man. We almost had him. Okay. Well, next turn. Next turn we'll get him. Babies, not booms. Harishams just showed up. Okay, I'm fine with that. keep adding strength to places. I was really hoping we'd catch those pirates. Well, we'll catch them down here. Oh good, we're being guarded by the Riftborn. I feel so safe here. We need to do some military research. Which is to say, we need to really increase our general rate of research. Alright, well we have everything running. We do have access to the market now. 7 heroes. Okay, somebody told me in a comment, and I apologize, I've forgotten your name, that the heroes are... It's a little bit more like the Endless Legend marketplace now, where there's a whole bunch of heroes available right away, and then they slowly refill, which makes the hero access technology way more important. That's really interesting. It's something we're going to have to look into. So if we wanted to rush this thing on Bonnie, we're still talking about a huge amount of dust. We're nowhere near being able to make that, right? Let's see, we're at 25 plus 2 per turn. It takes a long time to generate these. So like if I wanted to sell a bunch of stuff, we could get maybe 2,500 put together, just about. You know, none of the stuff we can buy out feels like we could rush the Xeno-industrial infrastructure here. That will actually be very effective. That might honestly be worth doing. We don't want to sell everything, though. No, we should probably wait a turn or two before we do that. Actually, we can't really run ourselves out of money either. That'd be very dangerous. Ah, but we don't need this hydromiel. That helps. Wait a minute. I didn't even think about what Transvine does for us. There's no way that's just plus 15 flat resources on Loyal? That's not a percentage bonus? It feels like those are supposed to be percentage bonuses, doesn't it? That's really interesting. I was about to sell these, and now I'm uncertain. Well, let's sell like half of our strategics of each type. Get a little bank going, and I am going to rush Xeno-industrial infrastructure. This system could become really powerful really quickly. It just needs a little push. Because, man, what a good planet. So we need to expand our colonization threshold. Although, actually, is that a thing that's important to do right away? Because it's not affecting our approval levels, right? We know that. Let's try to get back home. If you can get back home, that would be great. Actually, what is the penalty for being over our threshold? Over which you will begin to get an increased minimum K cost to transform an outpost into a colony. Okay. So it becomes slower to colonize, or more expensive. But it never becomes the case that you actually are like losing K from being over colonizing. Alright, we've created a gutted pirate lair. This lair of opportunists and criminals was damaged beyond repair in an assault led by the troops of SB. By the time the armed base fell out of orbit, preemptive strikes had disabled all resistance. Okay, so what did we get? We got 9.4k. We actually went over our threshold there, over our cap. And also, that's a lot of stuff. I have no use for Dark Glitter. It didn't really sell that well. Whatever, it's fine. I'll take it. Oh, silly me, I'm not actually running my mining drone out, which I definitely should be doing. 2.4... Yeah, I think this is the winner. That's a fair amount of extra industry. We have to get our mining vessels level, our mining drones leveled up. We have a lot of research we have to do, like a lot. Hey, we discovered antimatter on Hadar. That's awesome.
No, we aren't to be trusted.
I mean, that's one more technology that we need to pick up, right? The mining tech. Okay, let's take all of you guys over to here. Do I want to run the behemoth over there as well? I mean, there are a couple of worlds that we're not actually currently inhabiting. We could drop the mining probe on. Okay, and they have a lot of very serious vessels. We have to be concerned about them. They can't attack us again soon, but I'm worried. So what do I want to do with this thing? Yeah, I think I do want to move it to Bonnie. I think that's a good decision. We have discovered some new curiosities in some places we could probably stand to figure out. We also just have a lot of galaxy that we still cannot see. Maybe it would be a good idea to send this probe out toward the center. You know what? I'm going to do exactly that. We're going to fly to this system. We're going to bombard this area with probes, try to find another place to jump to, and we're going to see what's in the bridge. Okay, that's an annoying thing for them to have done. Apparently, the scout was the thing keeping us safe here. They weren't willing to attack until that terrifying ship had disembarked. Well, we probably just retreat. Retreating costs a lot of Ki. I also don't want my my behemoth to be destroyed, though. These guys are all missile ships. We will not be shooting down all of the missiles. Okay, this thing's not. Yeah, we can't shoot down all of the missiles, because obviously we only have the one gun. I think we have to retreat. I'm too afraid of losing the behemoth, and even though probably we could just rebuild it without having to like actually build a new one, I'm sure there's some kind of way to repair them. Having it gone for a long time just seems very inconvenient. We'll take the retreat, we'll lose the 10K, it's acceptable, it's fine. It's retreating in the direction we wanted it to retreat in, which is great. Yeah, not ideal, but totally fine. So Kionos is going to need... This is only 5 food here, so that's probably not a high priority. Alright, we're gonna really ramp up our influence growth. Hopefully Kionos can get big enough to have a big effect here over the very long game. I'm going to demand that they stop attacking us. Let's see if that works.
We aren't to be trusted.
An unfortunate accident. Well, they can't attack us for 10 turns, and we've reduced their pressure on us once again. Alright, what do I want to do with you guys? This is a merge. The Horatio ship probably doesn't want to hang out here. But man, this is a lot of you guys. Like, way too many. I guess the Horatio ship will chill here for a minute, because we need it to in order to have time to send out all these probes. Yeah, I'm nervous about this situation. And this situation, and frankly, a lot of stuff that's happening right now. We're fine. But we could suddenly not be fine at pretty much any moment. Well, let's make sure we get this fleet into position around Hidar and into guard mode. Catch those pirates as they come in. Somebody else built the Endless Research Park. What is that? Oh. A pirate lair has been destroyed. So we have a probe, but we can't... Huh. No appropriate fleet orbits this system. Oh, he's not actually at the system yet. It just looks like he's at the system. Alright, so in the minor civilization remains, we discovered the design for the honeycomb scope. Okay, honeycomb scope is fine. Pretty much the definition of not exciting. So all of a sudden, this planet's looking really valuable. We probably should have as many people as possible over here. Actually, that's crazy. that a bunch of their population was here, because first of all, you can't grow that way. Secondly, there's no industry. And third, these guys get bonus stats on anomalies, and there's not one on this planet, but there is one over here. You cannot trust minor factions to manage their own affairs. We'll leave that as it is for now, probably. Tor is not going to be under attack anytime super soon. Wouldn't take us that long to build up a little defense force, though. You know, honestly, the honeycomb scope might be useful here, just not like on the edge of our empire. But also, we really just need, like, basic buildings. Like, our research rate as an empire is a lot lower than I would like. We can fire off a couple more probes, I guess. Just kind of waiting for the situation to shake out a little bit. So we could start colonizing Nalin or Dobrinya. If I don't start colonizing Dobrinya, the Riftborn are definitely going to do it for me. Yeah, that alone might be a good enough reason. Because I really don't want to have to deal with that. Even though this is putting us further and further over our threshold, we will get over it. You've never heard of him, but a mystical figure, Kalant Alcor, has recently passed away and begun his ascent up the divine ladder to another plane of existence. A religious bloc in your Senate demand that Alcor's passing be given a full state funeral, with 100,000 votive candles lit in every city, special monuments constructed that feature his idiosyncratic writings, and 3 days of empire-wide mourning. It'll be expensive, but Alcor was a popular figure, and your population will be grateful. On the other hand, political models suggest that a rejection of the demand will boost scientific literacy, even if it is unpopular. After all, much of Alcor's writings concern the truth that worlds are flat, not round. And you might think that it would be difficult to believe a thing like that once you have space travel and can actually just see a world from space, but I would have some bad news for you about the way things actually are in the real world right at this moment. I think we can afford to just eat the influence loss for a while. Kalant Alcor, of course, obviously was a fraud and a liar, gaining a cult reputation through manipulation and hatred. To give him an officially endorsed funeral of such magnitude would not only be costly, it would be a blow against progress. Also, gross. Just a gross thing to do is what that would be. I say thee nay. Alright, we're being attacked by pirates. No big surprise here, that's why we stopped here. Let's get ourselves a little bit of that lost KE back. Alright, we have a lot more pirate layers to deal with. I'm wondering if I want to send some ships up here, or if I need to keep ships near the Riftborn, or what's going on. We discovered 100 dust in that pirate lair that somehow everybody else had overlooked. I don't know, weird, but I'll take it. You would think a destroyed pirate lair would be like a thing you would search. Hey, let's look and see if they have any loot. Pirates love loot. They're always getting loot. We can afford to build some science. It would be really cool if we had some more science. That said, we do also need more military. We have these guys head back to Gemini now. Oh, also, we still have a curiosity to explore here. Well, we can leave that for the scout ship. But hopefully that'll be adamantium, so that we have sources of both of the mid-tier strategics. We shall see. So, the behemoth is going to have its mining thing back in 3 turns. Well, oh, you know, I didn't actually deploy it over here in Dobrinya, did I? No, I must have, because we have the thing is on cooldown. That means I used it, right. Never mind, everything's fine. It is going to take me a while to get the hang of optimizing the behemoths a little bit, though. Unfortunately, I've played enough Endless Space that my thought patterns on this stuff are a little set, which means that I probably will adjust to new mechanics a little bit more slowly. Not an ideal situation. Okay, that has come to an end. Never really mattered anyway. I was not the first to win 10 battles. I do feel like I've won quite a few battles. Oh, you know what? That may have been... Yeah, it was in an area that we haven't explored yet. So I think if you are the person who unlocks movement toward a legendary deed, you get first dibs on it. Or it might only be available to people who have its tier open. But basically what happened is somebody who already had this done, I'm sure, opened up this tier and was immediately awarded the whatever. There's still some more deeds up there. What other deeds do we have unlocked? Be the first to have 3 unique star system improvements in your empire. We are working on our second one, so we might still get that as a source of 5 KE. Here is a wonder that could be built, and over here this is claimed already. Alright, we're only 2 turns off of being able to build medium ships. So maybe I'll worry more about like constructing ships to play defense with after that happens. Because obviously we'll want to go straight into building the mediums. The media, I guess. Space is looking a little multicolored for my taste. This situation is too complicated. I would much prefer that it just be orange. The case with a lot of things. I would prefer that they just be orange. Alright, what? Okay. Well, there's the declaration. We found antimatter, which is fine. It's not quite as good as having found adamantium, given that we already have a source of antimatter. What do I actually want to do with this scout ship? Most of the curiosities around here are already explored. So I'm going to tell the scout ship to go to here. Let's see where this leads. I mean, beyond into their area, obviously. Send out some more probes. There's still some stuff we don't have revealed over here. Alright, so let's figure out this war. Yep, we did that. Singularity was placed on Bonnie. Population is still growing. How are we doing on population anyway? Let's get this committed and then go have a look. Probably go for that. That's a pretty good building here on this fertile, temperate world. Let's have a look at this battle. So they're bringing to bear a whole bunch of cells. Mostly missile ships. And mostly, because these are either mercenary vessels or minor faction vessels, unupgraded, probably quite weak. So, our ships are not exactly the newest and shiniest either, but we do have a lot of bullets. I think we'll actually win this. Is there a button I want to press first? If I hit this now, will it apply to this battle? I don't know. 8 KE is still enough that we will we'll still be ecstatic. So yeah, let's go ahead and turn it on. Wait. This is going to be tricky. So I have to put it on a particular fleet. But it's hard for me to select. Can I do it in this? Nope. Well, shoot. How do I pick a particular fleet amongst these ones for the application if I can't use the interface boxes? I mean, even if I just put it in here, it's going to apply to everything in the Behemoth zone, so that's... We're still going to get some effect, but I'd really like it if this applied to the correct fleet. If I click on this stack, okay, there'll be a thing. Huh. I cannot... None of these fleets are legal targets? Why? Huh. Oh, probably because of battle, yeah. So it's not going to allow me to apply the effect, even to just have it take place immediately after the battle starts. That is fairly common in Endless Space 2, and I always find it a little frustrating. This hurts us, the fact that they have an extra flotilla, and we don't. We're gonna actually see a lot of damage come through here. I wasn't even thinking about that, but yeah, we don't have the ability to get close to them. We'll be treated as though we are not close to them, no matter how close to them we get. We are, however, probably going to take pretty limited damage ourselves. Nope, never mind. There's too many missiles. We're not getting enough destroyed. We did kill that thing, and now we're all focused up in this direction, but we'll never be considered close to them, I think, because we're not on the same flotilla path. You can see we are considered at medium. Oh no, now we're considered close, maybe? I guess the damage we're seeing there is... No, the damage we're seeing there is not consistent with that. Look at this. Look at how many of the shots are actually just flying past. Probably this is considered medium range. That's my guess. We're close between these two. Well, we dealt some good damage here. We got totally wrecked, which is bad, obviously. But we dealt some good damage. We have other ships in the air already. Come on, take him down, take him down. I was hoping he would die before he fired another volley. Oof. Well, this ship may survive. This might not be enough missiles, and I think the battle's just about to actually end. Nope, of course it didn't. If this ship had survived, we would have... our hero still would have been alive. The debris drifting silently through the void is a reminder of a minor engagement where Delta defeated SB, during which 8 ships were destroyed. Concerning the military personnel involved in the action, was deemed to be in the realm of acceptable losses, claiming 800 lives. The string builder here is not quite doing its job. Yeah, I'm bummed out about the way that went. The thing is, they still have 6 ships here with 4 more ships incoming. Well, this might just get blown up, but it also might draw off their ships a little bit. So this is bad. Yeah, it's going to take you forever to get back. We need to start building new ships now. What is the buyout cost on like a Kestrel? Okay. So we could buy some stuff out. How are we going to do this? Now, the fact that they can beat us in space doesn't necessarily mean that they could beat us on the ground. It may be the case that we just have to yield the skies over Bonnie to them, but they may not be able to take us once the air battle's over. Next turn, we're going to be able to start building strike-class medium ships, which is probably what we have to save our dust for. We have to rush one of those as much as we can, maybe take a couple turns off the end of it. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm not sure what the best way to handle this in this moment right now is, and since we're about at the hour, I think I'm going to use this as an excuse to give myself a couple hours to think about it. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time to see what brilliant plan I've devised that will definitely keep us from losing this planet. And we'll see you then.